been a while since I've rocked this hoodie. What can I say? I feel nice and cozy sitting like this. It's just awesome. Okay, I'll be right there. As cozy as I am, ladies and gentlemen, I really do. It's snowing outside. It's a lazy Sunday. I'm feeling like I want to stay in and like stay under some blankets by like a fire and watch football all day. Truly, that is the American dream. Oh, I really wouldn't know about that. But what I do know is that today is Sunday, which does remind me, Happy Sunday, everybody. And yeah, so last night was pretty cool. I got to go to the Swits one last time before they closed for the year. Although, it was weird. Last year, their party was like rocking. But this year was a little on the underwhelming side. Oh well, maybe it really was the inclement weather. I mean, we actually, like last year, we didn't get that much snow, but it was really, really rainy and cold. Which emphasized how bad the rain was. This year, it didn't rain last night, but I think just because of all the snow, people were afraid to, get up to Cuca Lake or whatever. Not to mention, the route I take to get to the Swits involves a lot of, wooded sort of areas. Potentially where there was like a lot of deer, and there were a lot of deer. Seriously, like, I think the speed limit to get there is like 55. I had to go like 40 just to make sure I didn't run any deer. Which, seriously, there was like, I was coming across this one turn, and there were deer like standing like right there. It freaked me out. I'm like, wow, I am very lucky they didn't start crossing the street. And, I saw some, cute deer walking across the street as I was going along. No kidding, even saw a possum, too. Seriously, I saw a possum, like, walk across the road. Like, that was really cool. Seriously, I've never seen a possum in motion before. Really, I haven't. Like, I've seen... Actually, this is a few years ago, back when I still lived with my folks. I was running around my neighborhood, and I actually had my iPod light on, because all iPods have that light or whatever, that like flashlight app or whatever. And I turned on, and I immediately looked to my right, and there was a possum just sitting like right there. I'm like, I'm gonna get away now. I mean, I know that technically, like animals like possums are more afraid of you than you are of them, but you never know. Plus, again, it was just sitting there with his eyes open, but, just gotta get away. I mean, safety first, ladies and gentlemen. No kidding, I think that was the very first time that was the first time in a long time I actually ran, like, I want to say it was like a good 8.8 miler. I know I ran that much. That was actually a really good run for me. Yeah. Man, I gotta really start picking up on my miles. I forgot how rusty I am. Maybe tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow's a new day. I guess I'll do that. But, that was me, my tapping phone as I was walking by. Yeah. Today's Sunday, which means we have NFL football all day. And it is awesome. So, how about we get to making some football picks, shall we? Let's see, well, you guys already know I was completely wrong about Thursday. I thought the Packers were going to win, but the Seahawks ended up winning, which, you know what, I'm glad. My uncle's a Seahawks fan. I'm glad his team won. That's really cool. Now let's move on to the rest. The Titans and the Colts. Let's see. A team who I predict was going to win that division against a team that this entire year I've been saying is not very good, even with the return of a healthy Andrew Luck. Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans to win that one. Let's see. The Buccaneers and the Giants. You know what? This year I actually made a really good friend who is a Giants fan. And honestly, because let's be honest, if you guys have been paying attention to the NFL at all, you know the Giants are not going to win the NFC East. Not even close. Unless they completely win out and all the other three teams, including my Cowboys, end up not doing very well. But with that said, the Buccaneers are out. Well, actually, Ryan Fitzpatrick is a pretty decent quarterback. You know what? For the sake of my friend, and for Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I really hope any of you guys know that one. I'm going to go with, the New York Giants. Or as Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force would call them, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew. I miss Carl. His Stone Cold Locks of the Century of the Week were nothing, were like minor insignificant compared to the awesomeness that was Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I will gladly admit that. I really will. Then, to be fair though, I am a Cowboys fan, whereas Carl was a Giants fan, so that may be very well where the problem lies. I'm going to try and maybe take that as what you will. Let's see, the Steelers and the Jaguars. Yeah, the Jaguars are a complete bust this year, and the Steelers have been pretty hot lately. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers to win over the Jaguars. Let's see, the Panthers and the Lions. Well, the Lions really aren't in any contention to win their division. And as long as the Panthers have the Saints in that division, they're not going to win. They could get wild card, though. This is a tough call, but I think I'm going to pick the Panthers to win. I think that I'll pick the Panthers to win. Now, what's next? Oh, let's see. It actually has been a year since this happened, didn't it? 1 year ago, the Dallas Cowboys went to Atlanta, which ended up becoming a house of horrors for them. Today is the day we get our revenge. Revenge, I say! But, yes, this one is a no-brainer between the Cowboys and the Falcons. Go Cowboys! Yes, that is. I'm basically picking the Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, but come on. You guys know I'm going to be picking the Cowboys no matter what. But you know I'm going to be picking the Cowboys, but you don't know how I'm going to pick them. So think about that. Man, I really love Sunday football. Okay, the Bengals and the Ravens. Ooh, divisional game. You know what? I said I had the Ravens winning that division, so I'm going to go with Baltimore to beat the Bengals. I think Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be my pick. Let's see. Both the Eagles and the Redskins have to start losing in order for the Cowboys to pull ahead. And so, with that said, Texans versus the Redskins. I'm going to go with the Texans over the Redskins. That goes without saying. Let's see. The Raiders and the Cardinals. Let's see. A team that isn't very good versus a team that is now a legitimate shell of its former self. You know what? I'm going to go with the former on this one and just go with the Cardinals over the Raiders. Let's see. The Broncos and the Chargers. Ooh. Yeah, I know I have family out in Denver and they're Broncos fans. But I'm going to be honest with you on this one. The Chargers have actually been pretty solid lately. And I don't think that momentum is going to be stopping anytime soon. So, I'm going to be picking the Chargers over the Broncos. Chargers over Broncos. Are they the Los Angeles Chargers now? I think so, yeah. The Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I just said earlier, I want the Eagles to start losing so the Cowboys can win the division. And it looks like it's going to happen considering that the Eagles have to go to New Orleans to play the Saints. So, I'm going to be picking the Saints to win. And I know some of you guys are thinking, but Nick, didn't you say that a great team can win no matter what the odds are, including where they go? I did say that, yes. But it's the Eagles. I do not like the Eagles. I want them to lose. So the Cowboys can win the division. And the fact that they are going to the Saints, which is notorious for, having the home team practically win every time, this one's a no-brainer. I'm going with the Saints over the Eagles. I guess you can say that Drew Breesy is once again going to win it for the Big Easy. I love making that rhyme. It's fun. I like rhyming things sometimes. Let's see. And tonight's game, the Vikings versus the Bears. Ooh. You know, this is actually kind of funny because you guys know I watch Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. And they really have been talking about how good that the Bears have been lately. And you guys know I really have been picking the Bears pretty much the entirety of the season so far. At least since I've started doing videos like this. So, with that said, you'd think I'd be picking the Bears automatically. Yes and no. Let me explain. I do pick the Bears to win. But I'm going a little bit hesitant because what the sports analysts have been saying, and this is kind of what I agree with, the Bears really haven't had that great of a, that difficult of a schedule. I mean, don't get me wrong, they played some pretty difficult teams. I mean, they lost to Green Bay on opening night. That should tell you something right there. And I do believe they are heading to Minnesota. Now, I have the Bears winning the division, but the fact that they have to go to Minnesota, but if they win at Minnesota, that should definitely give them the, what's the word I'm thinking of? Give them the credentials to not only win the division, but be a legitimate Super Bowl contender. So, as much as I do like Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs, I gotta go with the might that is Khalil Mack and the Bears. Oh, and Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky's really cool. So, yeah, go the Bears. I really love saying the Bears. It's just fun to do. I mean, the people of Chicago knew exactly what they were doing when they started doing that. And it is awesome that way. And finally, tomorrow night, since I might as well do tomorrow night's game. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we literally have what I predict to be the Super Bowl ahead of time. That's right, the Chiefs and the Rams are playing each other tomorrow night. And, yeah. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah. The, Chiefs and the Rams. You know, it's funny, I predicted that this matchup was going to happen in the Super Bowl. But just like then, I have no idea who's going to win. I really don't know. I really do feel that whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even kidding. I mean, again, this is the Super Bowl ahead of time. But, let's see. You know, when I first did that video on day 115, which introduced the 16 of the right, believe it or not, one of the 16 of the right is actually a Chiefs fan. So you know what? I think I'll pick the Chiefs for tomorrow. Who knows? If they win, they'll have to start calling Patrick Mahomes Patrick Mahomie. Oh. Man, I like that name, Mahomes. I do. That's a name that invokes awesomeness in some way. But that's just me. So, yeah. Overall, my picks are as follows. Rapid fire. The Titans, the Giants, the Steelers, the Panthers, go Cowboys, the Ravens, the Texans, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Saints, the Bears, and the Chiefs. So, feel free to agree, disagree, leave a comment. Hey, do whatever makes you happy, man. I don't know. But, yeah. While you're at it, please like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You know I'm going to be chilling out. And as always, I'm very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I very hope you'll have a wonderful football-filled Sunday. And remember, if any of you guys don't want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So, take care, everybody, and happy Sunday.